Hi folks, this is Ray Pelland, and in this video we'll be talking about WYSITSO formatting. WYSITSO stands for What You See is Tune Sheet Optimized formatting. This is the first one of the two that I'll be showing for this type of formatting. And I thought we'd start with a fresh tune here, one that I don't even have in my library at the moment. I went over to YouTube and I started clicking around, and I found a really nice tune that I would like to add to my library. I'll show you the tune. It's called Lazy John, and there's about a dozen different versions of it on the internet. And it turns out the one I like best in terms of the tempo and the quality of the recording is not on stage anyplace. It's at um, the IBMA conference in 2011, actually. It came from 2011. And let me play a little bit of it for you here. Okay, so I'm going to grab this YouTube address here and to put it in my clipboard. And then I'll go back to the user guide. No, let's go back to the library page, and I'm going to click Add, and I will put Lazy John from IBMA 2011. That should be enough to help me identify the tune. And now I'll click OK. My library reloads. And let's just scoot on down to the L's here and make sure it's in there. JKL. Lazy John. Okay, we've got it. Okay, let's jump back to the library page just for a minute here. And for Lazy John, let's go over and open up the resource link so I can grab that tune real quick that I've got in my clipboard. Click Add a Link. Control V sticks it in there. Click OK. And I'm just going to type YouTube IBMA 2011. Click OK. Now we've got it in there. Let's test it real quick. Yep. Okay, that seems to be working fine. We can close this up now. And now we can go and start putting the lyrics in. And I'm going to open up from my music bookmarks. I'm going to go to New Bluegrass Lyrics homepage. Okay. And go to the L's. Let's see if I can find there it is right there. I'll click on it. So here's a set of words. They may not be exactly like the ones in the video, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Back to the editor page is what we want. And I'm going to stick those lyrics right in here with a Control V and save them. Now we've got them captured. And notice that the tune is laid out in parts. Well, with WYSITSO formatting, the parts is what it's all about. Because instead of having the whole tune appearing in the tune sheet just as we entered it here, we want the tune sheet to be interactive, so it uses up the whole page. We get bigger type, and it more graphically separates the parts rather than just the spacing on the page. So the way you do WYSITSO basically is you encapsulate each part of the tune in square brackets, opening and closing square brackets. And you don't have to indent anything, because the parts are taken care of for you by the formatting. So I'm just going to bring all these back to the left and close that guy. Enter, open a new one, bring it up, come down to here, close it, enter, open a new one, and go down here and close it. Okay, now here I've done the basic formatting for WYSITSO. And so let's save to the text box. And now let's open up a tune sheet and see what we got. There you go. You've got all four parts, each in their own graphically different box, which you can see very easily with a border around it. And to demonstrate the advantage of this is I'm going to bring it down to a different size, refresh it, and notice how it still fills up the whole page, even when we go to a different size screen. So let's say we were using a smartphone. Notice that we can still get on a smartphone screen or something close to it. It may go down a little bit. Maybe it's more about like this. Might be about what it would be. Let me refresh. Okay. And as you can see, we can still easily read the lyrics of this tune on a relatively small screen, which you would not be able to do this with WYSIWYG formatting. Okay, so let's go back to full size now so we can work on this. I can refresh the page, or I can also just click on fit here and it will recalculate how big it can make the type. This is the basic move you go through when you're doing WYSITSO. I noticed that there's no punctuation here. I kind of like to punctuate a bit. I like to put periods at the ends of sentences. It kind of helps figure out the phrasing for me. You don't have to do this. This is a personal attribute here that you may or may not find useful. I like to capitalize the beginning letter of each sentence. And occasionally I'll put a comma in there to kind of show me where I should pause. Now, of course, if I went to timing markers, this would very specifically lay it out, but I don't put timing markers in a lot of tunes, only the tunes that are kind of difficult to figure out. So let's save the text box and refresh it. And now we can see things have changed a little bit. We've got our periods in there, our 3 parts. And there you go. That's how you do this. Next, we'll put some chords in there. See you in the next video.